Alright guys, Mr. G here with Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail. We are going to talk about one of the coolest games that I have played in a long time. This is brought to you from the same developers that gave you Ultimate General Civil War and Ultimate General Gettysburg. I actually have almost an entire Union playlist of Ultimate General Civil War. It's a fantastic game in how hard, how difficult, how accurate, and historically accurate it is. Now this game is like if Napoleon Total War and Ultimate General had a baby. You get to manage every aspect of a squadron of ships, either for the UK or the United States. Not only do you manage the ships, you're going to be managing Marines and troops aboard those ships, doing everything from pre-American Revolution up until after. So we went ahead and we rolled with a United Kingdom campaign because we all know the British were the king of the seas for a long time, and hey, who doesn't want a giant first-rate 100-gun ship? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to answer a few questions that are going to spec out your character's initial skills. This will be your commander, admiral, throughout the campaign. You'll be starting off as a lieutenant and doing progressively harder and harder missions. Now, for people that like to customize, this is the game for you. So we went ahead and went with Horatio Nelson, picked a few starting skills to help us save money down the road. But the real joy in this game for me is customizing everything from my ship cannons to the rifles that my soldiers are going to take into combat. So if you've never played Ultimate General, the game's going to play like this. There's going to be chapters, and there'll be a set of missions that you're going to be doing each time. But the joy of this is that, just like in Ultimate General Civil War, your army stays with you. Your officers gain experience, your troops gain veterancy, and here, the same thing's going to happen, except you also have the added element of ships. So we have two kinds of missions, land-based and water-based, and then we have amphibious landing missions. So you're going to have ships that you're going to be able to get as trophies. You can sell those to get points, or you can go ahead and use reputation to get them, and you will have a fleet that you're able to manage and customize, everything down to the type of cannons you put on which deck of the ship, to the abilities that your crew have. You can spec out a ship for being really good at boarding. You can put carronades on a ship and use it like a shotgun vessel, firing up close, short bursts at the enemy. It's really up to you. I do highly recommend renaming your ships so that you have just that physical and intimate attachment. Don't have a physical attachment with your ship. That's probably a bad thing. But you know which one does what. And you're just going to have an awesome time in this game, capturing ships, fighting other ships. Every detail in this game is so well done. Down to the fact that your men are going to jump in boats. If their ship sinks, you can put them on another ship. You can make fire ships that you can send into other ships to burn to the ground. There are so many tactical options you can do. So if you're a fan of nautical games and you like Napoleon Total War or naval action, you are absolutely going to love this game. Now currently, it's in closed alpha. You can play the game now, but you're going to have to buy their Commodore edition, and they will email you a Steam key. And like I showed right there, you can actually manually target different parts of ships, which is fantastic if you want to blow their masts off like we did there. We're also sending some guys whose ship sunk, and we're saying, hey, go get on this other ship. There are so many cool mechanics you can do in this game. For example, maybe you want to board a first rate. Well, you might send in a troop ship and then put all those guys in rowboats to put onto the ship that's boarding. You see we've got ships that are sunk there in the middle of combat. Wind is going to play a huge role. The way boarding is done is extremely well. There are so many options in this game, and it's extremely hard. You'll find yourself redoing missions over and over until you get it down and you get it done right, because you don't want to fail a mission in Ultimate Admiral, or that's going to stay with you for the rest of the campaign. Here you can see we're doing boarding. Everything down to grappling ropes is put into the game. Damage is modeled, soldiers are modeled. Everything is really close attention to detail in this game. So if you're a history nerd, this is the game for you. That being said, I want to do nothing more than go back and play the American campaign, as I just finished what they had done in the United Kingdom campaign, and there we go. We're sending a fire ship right into a first rate because there was no way I could cap it, although other players better than me were able to pull it off and get it done. This game is so replayable. It's going to make you want to retry missions and do better on your next playthrough. And that's the joy of games like this, because your army, your ships, your soldiers, your officers stay with you from mission to mission. So not only is it just an isolated battle, it's a campaign. It's an entire campaign, and you are there playing a part of it, and the notes and the letters and the history are real, and they're there, and you feel like you're a part of history, which is what this particular game series does so well. You can wishlist the game on Steam. It is not out on Steam yet, but an early access edition should be out, and I highly recommend it for the value. For an early access title, this game is extremely complete, very few bugs, and the devs are updating it every single day. You can jump on their Discord. They're extremely helpful, and they're constantly making changes and fixes. Take a look. This battle, we sank so many ships. We had a ship, all of its masts got completely blown off. That's the joy of this game, though. I'm going to catch you guys later. Stay tuned for other indie reviews. Mr. G out.